On our morning show from WRCO, we're here to talk about the upcoming community Christmas dinner. Not too far down the road here. Church of the Nazarene's pastor Jonathan Young is in the studio with us, and Fuzz McCauley. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you in the studio with us. Fuzz, this has been an ongoing thing for Church of the Nazarene through the years, isn't it?
Yes, it had started in 1987. Kevin Ing was the director. He had the envision of doing this for the community, and he did it for 17 years. Karen Gilbertson was with him from the get-go, and after the 17 years was done, Kevin decided to go live in the high seas of Hawaii. And so Karen took over, and she's done it up to this year. So, yes.
It's amazing that it's gone on. It wouldn't go on this long if you didn't have great community support, would it?
That is what it's all about. I hear so many people say about, a small community, which ours is pretty small. But, yeah, it's the volunteers. It's the people that have the same vision as to what this church, dinner is all about for Christmas.
I know that St. John's Lutheran did the Thanksgiving dinner, so then you guys take over the Christmas then.
Right, yeah. And kind of a little of the history, too. When Kevin started, his first year, they had 100 meals. And it was almost all dine-in. So since then, it's increased. The estimated number they shoot for in the last few years is 500 meals. So that's what we prepare is 500 meals. So, yes, drastic increase with that.
That's a huge undertaking to make that many meals, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Back to kind of Kevin, because when I talked to Kevin about why he did this and that kind of thing, he was inspired by three things. He said that he wanted to provide a dinner for people that couldn't afford a dinner. And he also wanted to provide this for people that might have to eat Christmas dinner at home. And then the third thing was to promote the Christmas in the Christian world as far as, why we celebrate Christmas. So that message those are the three things that he had said that he had as goals that inspired him. And we're really on track with all of those, except the fact that few people kind of dine in. Some do, but most of it's delivery and pickup.
Pastor Jonathan Young, you got to feel good that your church community is able to be a part of this, don't you?
Yes, I'm every year I'm proud of the folks, including Fuzz and Kevin and Karen, that step up and really give up their Christmas day, and some of them the whole few weeks before Christmas to get ready for this, to prepare for it, and just to serve the community. So yeah, I'm very proud of our church people.
And it's not just a Church of the Nazarene thing. Obviously, it involves everybody in town, in the county as well, right?
Yeah, we actually have several individuals and families that make this a yearly tradition that may not be a part of our church the rest of the year, but this is important to them, and it's become a tradition to them, and they jump in, and we have plenty of help each year. It's amazing.
As Fuzz said, it's not just for someone who can't necessarily afford it. I mean, it's a lot of times just the fellowship and everything else that's involved, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we realize there might be families that are together but may not be able to afford it, and that's nice to be able to deliver a nice meal to them. But we also realize that there are individuals or couples or families that for whatever reason either may not have family in the area, or just this year they may not be able to get together with their family, and so just to provide them with a place to go to share a meal with somebody, with other community members, just to remind them that they're remembered, that they're not forgotten.
Financially, how do you pull this off?
We have a very generous congregation, but we also have very generous people. A lot of people, we don't ask for anything for this, but a lot of people each year give and donate to help fund the next year. And so between the generosity of our congregation and just donors, and we have people that donated to it that don't come and get a meal. They just want to. They realize this is a very important ministry for our community, and they help with that.
Where can people help out if they'd like to volunteer?
Yeah, there's plenty of spots, and Fuzz might be able to speak to this too. But the day of, there are plenty of ways that they can come. I mean, just getting together the meals and boxing them up for the deliveries is a task in and of itself. We usually need people to make the deliveries, to drive, and then clean up. I mean, maybe you can speak a little bit to the different areas where they can volunteer.
And there's even some avenues you might not even kind of think of. For example, they might be somebody that may come and want to sing, entertain for the people that dine in. There are people that will say, hey, we'll bake some pies, bring some pies. Some people come in and decorate the outreach center, for those that are going to be dining in. So there, the process, it's pretty smooth. But on the other hand, it also takes people that maybe are new to the process, and they call in. We do get some donations, by the way. The family restaurant is very generous with donations as far as food is concerned. And Christie Sunnyside donate things for this also. I sometimes kind of regret saying things like that only because I know sometimes we can get some donations and I may not even know anything about it as far as food kind of thing. But again, people sometimes they get that feeling like, yeah, this is a great thing. I feel good about doing, whether it's showing up and helping or whether it's donating something.
I presume you're not singing then. You volunteer elsewhere then?
Well, I volunteered and they thought there would be no more dine-ins. Actually, let me talk to you about that a little bit, a little history.
Okay.
When this started, it was in the basement of the parsonage. So it was across the street from the current Nazarene Church. And it was there for several years. Then it moved, because we outgrew it. So then it moved to the old community center. And it was there a few years. And then when the church purchased the outreach center, that's where we've had it since. And back to the music, Bill Twining was one of the original singers that provided entertainment. Liz Aubaugh Perkins sang as well with Bill. And so there was certainly some entertainment for people that dine in type of thing. Some other things I thought was kind of interesting when I talked to Kevin Ing, especially back when this started. Sure, only 100 meals, and I say only. Can you imagine what it'd be like to make 100 meals? But in comparison, he was saying that Margaret Banker made all the pies. She wanted to bake all the pies, and Carol Banker was the turkey carver. So you'd get the turkey in, and he would do all of that. I know that in our congregation, Dave and Karen Fry have been there every year that this has happened. So there are people that have been a part of this for quite some time, and I'm just fortunate that I was a little piece of it at times. But that's, for me, the Christmas is a big deal at home, but that's what's kind of nice about helping in different ways. You don't have to take up the whole day to be a part of this. You can just do a part of it, and that's enough. So it's kind of a nice way that you can celebrate the normal way other than with this community dinner.
Jonathan, you're real blessed to have the Nazarene Outreach Center because it's used in a lot of different ways through the year. But to have that there, that has to make it very simple to put this meal on a little bit in some ways because you got a good facility, right?
Yeah, it's a very nice facility, a beautiful facility. It's in a nice location, close to downtown. There's not a lot of driving that people have to do within walking distance to some people. And it's big enough that we can we can cook there and do all that thing. We don't have to bring anything in. And yeah, we're blessed to have been able to get that building.
Can you talk about some of the other things that will be going on in conjunction with Christmas at the Church of the Nazarene? When will your service be for Christmas?
Sure. Well, we have our normal service times are at 10 o'clock Sunday mornings, and so we're kind of in the middle of Advent season right now, leading up to Christmas. The Sunday before Christmas, our teens have their teen Readers Theater that they do every year. It's just something that they put on. They've been doing that for years now. Probably the highlight for a lot of people is our Christmas Eve candlelight service. And so that'll be December 24th, so that'd be Tuesday night this year at 5 o'clock, the day before Christmas, and then Christmas Day would be the Christmas Day dinner.
And what are the hours for the dinner?
Let's see.
Buzz,
well,
do you
it's
have
different for the delivery. I believe deliveries usually take place around 11:15 to 12 thereabouts. Then we have the option for pickup if people want to just come in, pick it up, and leave, and that will be around that 11:30, 12 o'clock time. And I believe our dine-in starts at 12:30.
Yeah, it'll be a little afternoon after we've gotten everything delivered and the carryouts.
Great. Is there an option if somebody can't get out of their car where they could pull up and you could bring the meal out to them as well?
That's what we've done the last couple of years. Well, if you're picking it up, we'll have a couple lanes set up, and you just pull up. We'll come out to you, get your name, how many dinners you ordered, then we'll bring it out to you.
And that's a wonderful thing. And why you're on the radio today is that people can start registering. Is that correct?
That's right. You could start any time. We do ask for phone calls, whether you're dining in, whether you want it delivered, or you're picking up. We just would like to know who you are, how many meals you would like, so that we know how to prepare for that day. And the number that you would call if you'd like that is 608-647-6094.
Okay. And that's the main one. Is there a church number, too, if somebody would like to get a hold of the church?
Yeah. If you would like to donate or volunteer for that day, you can call the church at 608-647-4724. And on both of those numbers, if no one answers, you can leave a message and we will return your call. Especially on that first number, if you're calling to order some meals, just leave a message and someone will call you back confirming that we got the message and make sure we have all the information we need.
I know you're a member of the Ministerial Association, but I'm sure you get support from that group as well, don't you? In terms of promotion and everything?
Yeah, in the Ministerial Association, we're blessed to have a good group of pastors that we support each other. The churches support each other, and so when we know that a church is doing something, we try to get the word out and support one another in that way.
Indeed. Fuzz, as you look at this is of all the things that you do, this has got to feel good to volunteer for this, I'm sure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is one of those things where you get done, and sometimes I like to use the phrase for myself sometimes I get more back than what I put in. And I'm really kind of a rookie at this position. Kevin started it and Karen has had it for all the other years. So this year's going to be a little, I'll probably be pulling the few hairs out that I still got. But it's, I think, when you're working with good people, everything just happens. And I think it's one of those things where when you think about 500 meals, it's like, oh boy. But, we're working with people that have done this way before my time. So it's just really a great thing.
And we were kidding you about singing, but you talk about the sounds of the season. That really adds to the whole ambiance of the thing when you're there dining in, I'm sure, doesn't it?
Exactly. And you get to hear songs that you're probably going to associate more with the Christian Christmas season, and that's especially good too. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, and then in terms of delivery, I know what I was going to ask you too. How far out do you deliver the meals to? Is there a limit there where you'll go?
I don't know that there is a limit, but I know we're probably looking at a 3 to 5
Yeah,
mile limit.
I believe it's like a 3 to 5 mile limit outside the city, which is nice about the in person, because oftentimes we'll find people from other communities coming to the in person part of it. We're able to deliver kind of in town and the outskirts of town, and people who might live out of town can still be involved. They would just have to pick up or dine in with us.
Do you need a volunteer for taste testing that day or anything? Or
Do you know of anybody that would be able to handle that well?
I might be able to find a guy. Well, thanks for what you do, gentlemen. I appreciate it very much. And Pastor Young, maybe you could give that number again if somebody's just tuning in and they'd like to maybe get their names in there to get a meal on Christmas Day.
Yeah, if you would be interested in getting a meal on Christmas Day, whether that's in person or delivery or pickup, that number is 608-647-6094.
Okay, very good. Good luck, gentlemen, and let us know if we can do anything else for you as far as promotion and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us on.
You bet. Community Christmas dinner coming up, put on by the Church of the Nazarene. Thanks to Pastor Jonathan Young and Fuzz McCauley for joining us in this portion of the morning show.